Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In this video, we are going to continue on with our What's in the Box series, and today we're going to check out the German 8cm Mortar Platoon blister pack. It's a Flames of War blister by a company called Battlefront. And Battlefront makes the game Flames of War. These are 1/100 scale, which is 15mm. So let's go ahead and pop this open and let's take a look at what you get. Now I've already removed the staple. And in the blister you get the cards, you get a helpful sheet here that explains a couple of things. You get the figures on your sprues, and then you have the bases. And a beautiful blister. I love these large blisters. I can store additional figures or flock or tokens or anything like that in there. That's an actual good sized blister. You do get 6 bases. These are the medium 4-hole bases. That you get a random selection of those. They're not always going to be exactly the same. Now this little packet here talks about what you get in this package. It says you get 6 mortar teams and 2 unit cards, which we'll go over here in just a minute. And then also on this sheet gives you a little insight about, if you play the game Flames of War, how to base your figures for that game. And it says assembling your teams, use glue, But most importantly right here, 8cm mortar team, base the mortar team on a medium base, which is what these are, facing the long edge, so like in that direction. And the teams have a gunner, his weapon, and 2 assistant gunners or loaders. Okay, so basically 3 men and 1 gun. And when you're looking at these sprues, now this is the plastic resin. The plastic ones look more like a model kit sprue, but when you have this solid piece here and the figures on the top or bottom, this is a resin style. You got the mortar itself has a round base, which will fit down inside these holes, making your base plate and basically making it flush with the top of the base, so you don't need to apply any putty to cover any bases. The mortar does look like it needs to be assembled with its bipod, and basically you just glue it on the front. And then you got your 3 crew, and you'll have the same, but the crew is not always the same. Like that guy just looks like a rifleman, and this guy's standing, dropping the round. This guy's got a box of ammo, he's standing dropping around, and this guy's got a submachine gun, so he's maybe an officer. And each one of these sprues are exactly the same. So we'll go ahead and zoom in and take a look at exactly what you get there. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at these cards real quick. Like I said, this blister is a 15mm blister, and it's specifically for Flames of War. And it says you get 2 unit cards. Well, it looks like you get 3 unit cards. All right, it looks like you get 3 unit cards, and I do want to point something out. The outside edge of these unit cards have the nationality flag, like you can see in the background. It's got the German flag. The Americans have the American flag, and it's pretty cool. I appreciate that, because when you got this in, if you were to save these in maybe a 3x5 card carrier case, it would just make it easier for you to locate these. Plus it just looks better on the table. Okay, what's funny is you got your armored mortar section, which is, it talks about the half track, the 251 with mortar, and then it's got a 75 millimeter gun. Platoon. This has no half tracks, and even if it did, it's not a. This has nothing to do with a mortar. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused why this card is even in there. Now, a half track transport, I can understand that, because if these guys were transported by a half track, you would need it. But this package doesn't come with a half track of any kind, so I don't know why it gives you these cards. I think this is a miss package. It should give me a mortar card here that talks about dismounted mortar infantry, not armor, right? Yeah, so this is all armor stuff. The only thing that is good to know is that on this mortar section, this one line right here says 8-centimeter mortar and how far it can fire and the smoke bombardment and stuff like that. So I don't even know. I don't play Flames of War regularly, so I mean, I haven't played in many years, so I don't know, but yeah, it seems like it's the wrong cards, I would have to admit. All right, so let me zoom in on these sprues so you can see exactly what you get in the sprue. All right, so let's take a close look at these guys. You get the 8-centimeter mortar. It's on its base that fits in the hole of your brown base. You got your bipod. You got, looks like an NCO with his MP40. You have the loader, drop it around. Now these guys look like your standard run-of-the-mill German, maybe early war German, or maybe Blitzkrieg German, because you're looking at jack boots as opposed to combat boots and gaiters. These are jack booted thugs. And then you've got another crew member right there, and he's got a box of rounds. He's got one in his hand. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and flip this over, and let's take, we got another mortar, should be exactly the same. Okay, we got this guy, got his hands over his ears. He's dropping around. And then there's a rifleman. Also, again, all of these guys are just jack-booted. No, these are not grenadiers. These are not SS. These are not anything like that. They are just your standard Germans, which can be used for any mortar team that you need. No camouflage covers, no camouflage smocks, nothing like that. All right, so it's pretty simple, right? You get 3 of these sprues, so you get a total of 6 mortars. Yeah, 6 mortars, 3 crew per, 1 base. The cards that I received in this package are probably, I'm hoping they're the wrong pack of cards. This was probably the pack of cards that was supposed to go with, a half-track platoon, but whoever was packaging this, whoever that is, probably saw this pack on the shelf. It said 8-centimeter mortar, and he just picked it up and threw it in there. And so I think that is incorrect. I'm just guessing on that, but I do believe that that is incorrect. Thanks for coming out and watching this What's in the Box video. Expect to see more videos like this in the future. And thank you for coming to the channel, and I will catch you next time.